welcome back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. My channel is mostly about cozy mysteries and romance. Today I'm continuing my Spotlighting Cozy series. We've been talking about bakery and candy cozies. We're on authors whose last names start with H, and depending on the time we might get through it today, just because when I was doing some research, we kind of fly through the later alphabet, but we'll see. Let me know in the comments below which of these that you read, which of these series that you enjoy, if you're going to add it to your TBR, anything else that you want to talk about. Down there's a place to do it. On your way down to comment, don't forget to stop, hit the subscription and the notification bell, because that's going to tell you when I put out new videos each and every single week. All right, so let's get to it. Let's spotlight cozies, looking at bakery and candy cozies in 3, 2, 1, go. So before we jump into this list, I have a few channel notes. One, I will, depending if we get through this cozy, announcing my next spotlight for Cozy Mysteries, which shouldn't be too much of a surprise because I did say what I was going to be doing, but there will be that announcement if you haven't heard. Two, I have been doing some live reading sprints, which are so much fun. So if you guys have joined me, thank you for hanging out with me, chatting books. If you haven't, I'm going to be doing them mostly on the weekends just because that's when my work schedule will permit them. They're a lot of fun. It makes me so productive. Like, I've really got so much more reading done because of the sprint. So basically we just kind of hang out live with you guys. It's me and a couple other booktubers that I've gotten to know that are great. Tiffany from Masquerade Chick and Johara from Secret Books. And if there's other booktubers that would love to join us, that's cool too. The more the merrier. And basically, like I said, we hang out, we chat books, and we do periods of reading sprints, 25 minutes, half an hour reading sprints, come back, chat some more, hang out, that sort of thing. So look for those on the weekends. When I know I'm going to be doing them, I will definitely announce it on here. And as of now, I have 2 announcements for that. One, I'm going to be doing a live reading sprint next Friday on my channel at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the other announcement, I'm so excited about this, guys. I'm going to be doing my first author interview for cozy mystery author Victoria Gilbert on Saturday, February 27th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join us, ask questions, join in the discussion. We would love to have you. I'm so excited about that. All right, now let's get to it. So the first series today is the Mary Muffin series by Victoria Hamilton. I've never read anything from this series, but I really enjoy Victoria Hamilton's Vintage Kitchen series. So I'm going to have to look into this because I love culinary cozy mysteries. And the Mary Muffin series, it sounds adorable. The main character is Mary Winter. It says she's a muffin baker in a small town in New York. The first book is called Brand New Death. It's right here. Sorry, that gave me the giggles. Brand New Death. All right. Mary is making a fresh start in small town Autumnvale, New York, in the mansion she had inherited from her late Uncle Melvin. The house is run down and someone has been digging giant holes on the grounds. But with its restaurant quality kitchen, the place has potential for a new baking business. She even has her first client, the local retirement home. Unfortunately, Mary soon finds that quite a few townfolk didn't like Uncle Mel, and she's inherited their hostility as well as his home. Local baker Benny Turner and her crazy brother Tom blame Melvin for their father's death, and Tom may be the one vandalizing her land. But when Tom turns up dead in one of the holes in her yard, Mary needs to prove that she had nothing to do with his death, or her new muffin-making career may crumble before it starts. It says there are 6 books in this series. I'm definitely looking into it. Let me know if you read it and you enjoy it, but it sounds adorable. Oh my gosh, the next series is one I absolutely love. It's pretty popular. I think a lot of people enjoy it, as they should, because it is fabulous. It is the Cupcake Bakery series by Jen McKinley. The first book is called Sprinkle with Murder. It's right here. Gosh, I know I say this a lot, but aren't the covers just so cute? They're just cozy. They really are. I love them. So the main character in this is Melanie Cooper. She owns Fairy Tale Cupcakes. It says Melanie Cooper and Angie DeLaura, which is her best friend that helps her in the bakery, are finally living out the dream as the proud owners of the Fairy Tale Cupcakes bakery. But their first big client is a nightmare. She's a bridezilla who wants 500 custom cupcakes for a wedding. When Mel stumbles upon the bride to be dead by Cupcake, she becomes a prime suspect. To save themselves and their business, the ladies need to find the real murderer before the Cupcake killer ices someone else. 13 books in that series. I definitely haven't read all 13, but I've read at least a good portion of them, 5, 6, like halfway. I love them. This is why I keep talking about I need to stop starting new series and finish the ones I have going, because I start so many new series that I get to, researching and I'm like, oh, I love the Cupcake Bakery. I've read like 5 or 6 of them. I'm good. And then I look and there's 13 and I'm like, wow, I got some catching up to do. So that is a big goal for me this year. I'm going to eat my words probably too. Because some of the new series that are coming out sound fabulous. But I'm really going to try to get caught up on some of these that I'm in the middle of. I don't think I mentioned it, but we went from like H to M again because I didn't find very many books in between there. If I did find them, they were older books. I've said this in previous videos. I'm not including in my spotlights books or series that started and ended before the year 2000 because they're super hard to find. I know. I've been through the frustration myself. If you do want to know about them and you message me, I'll gladly let you know what I found, but I just didn't want to include them in this series. So we were just at M, now we're all the way up to P. That's what I was saying about maybe finishing this spotlight today. We'll see. So the next series I want to talk about is one that I'm super excited about because although I had never heard of it, it's a writer who writes under another name that I love. So this is the Baker's Treat Mystery Series by Nancy J. Parra, who is also Nancy Coco, who I love. She writes the Fudge Shop series. If you haven't checked it out, you need to. And now I'm super interested in looking at this one because I love her writing. So it says the main character is Tony Ryder. She is a baker who specializes in gluten-free baking. Oh my gosh, this series takes place in Kansas. Book 1 is called Glutton for Punishment. It's right here. It says, gluten-free baker Tony Holmes may not cook with wheat, but when there's a criminal on the loose, she'll do what it takes to figure out who has their finger in the pie. Even though Tony is used to going against the grain by preparing allergy-safe, gluten-free products for her online bakery, Baker's Treat, opening a storefront in the middle of wheat country, Kansas, maybe biting off more than she can chew. Oh my gosh, I didn't think about that. That's a heck of a location to open up a gluten-free bakery. The town is already skeptical of her flour-free ways, but when a local wheat farmer is murdered outside of her patisserie, which I think is like a French bakery shop sort of thing. I hope I'm saying that right. Skepticism turns into outright suspicion. With the help of her eccentric grandmother, oh my gosh, this is getting better by the minute. I told you I love zany older characters. Oh, okay. So with the help of her eccentric grandmother, her handsome lawyer, and the sexy new widower in town, Tony is determined to find the real criminal before bad publicity and increasingly personal acts of vandalism shut her down. But when another suspect winds up dead, Tony realizes that this half-baked killer isn't just trying to get her to close her shop. He's trying to make sure that she's made her last gluten-free cookie forever. Oh my gosh. It says that this series includes gluten-free recipes, which is really interesting. 3 books in this series. I'm going to get caught up on some other series. I'm saying that more for me than you. I'm not trying to keep repeating it. It's more because I'm trying to convince myself that I'm going to get caught up on the series that I'm in the middle of before I start new ones. But I'm really interested in looking into that one. So the next series is the Samantha Sweet Mystery Series. It's by Connie Shelton. The first book is called Sweet Masterpiece. It'll be right here. It says the main character is Samantha Sweet. She is a pastry shop owner in New Mexico. All right. It says Samantha Sweet breaks into houses for a living. Oh, I did not expect that. But when she encounters a dying woman in one such house and a background grave in another, handsome Deputy Beau Cardwell shows up and, well, things get complicated. It sounds like it. A small mural painted inside a closet in the abandoned house provides clues, and Sam is caught up in Beau's investigation. A fortune in artwork, a bogus will, and a wooden box that seems to give Sam powers she never dreamed she possessed. It all adds up to a dynamic paranormal romantic mystery. Oh my gosh, there's so much more going on in this book than I expected. It says, then there is all that chocolate. Okay. Now I get it. Okay, so it says Sam's real goal in life is to use her elegant baking skills to open her own pastry shop. Sweets. She's gaining quite the reputation as a baker with a magical touch, but a few obstacles stand in her way. Her grown daughter shows up on her doorstep, jobless and homeless. Her bank account is at an all-time low, and trying to work from the tiny, cramped kitchen in her home is becoming nearly impossible. Somehow Sam copes, and she finds her dreams might just have a chance of coming true. I don't know how many books are in this series. I missed writing it down. I apologize, but it sounds like sounds very intriguing. I'm going to definitely at least check it out. So the next series and our last of the spotlight for bakery and candy cozies is the Fresh Baked Mystery series by Olivia J Washburn. The main character is Phyllis Newsome. She is a baker and a retired teacher in Texas. The first book is called A Peach of a Murder. It's right here. I love the cover. I have read several in this series. Really good. I really enjoy them. In this book, in the first one, it says, all year round, retired school teacher Phyllis Newsome is as sweet as peach pie, except during the Peach Festival, whose blue ribbon has slipped through Phyllis's fingers more than once. Everyone's a little shook up when the corpse of a no-good local turns up underneath a car in a local garage. But even as Phyllis engages in some amateur sleuthing, she won't let it distract her from outbaking her rivals and winning the upcoming Peach Festival contest. She and all the other contestants guard their secret original recipes with their lives and talk a whole lot of trash. I feel like that's very realistic in some of these small town baking competitions. Seriously, I grew up in a small town. I think it can get feisty. With her unusual spicy peach cobbler, Phyllis hopes to knock 'em dead. But that's just an expression. Never in her wildest dreams did she think her cobbler would actually kill a judge. Now, she's suspected of murder, and she's got to bake this case wide open. 15 books. I really recommend you check that series out. It's a whole lot of fun. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with me till the very end. That we wrapped up our spotlight today for bakery and candy cozies, which means I said this at the beginning of this spotlight because I did a vote. I did a vote between bakery and candy cozies and animal cozies. I said that animal cozies will be coming up next, so it's not a huge announcement, but that's what we will be starting next week, animal cozies. So I'm so looking forward to doing some research on that. And until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye, everyone.